What up? It's Corey Harrison here. So, I want to talk about a specific gang stalking experience I had with a certain individual, you know, that I think he was one of my gang stalkers, organized harassers who pretended to be a friend. I'll mention his name. I don't give a shit. You could say come at me or whatever, retaliate. I really don't give a shit at this point because I've taken so many slings and arrows, poisoned, smeared, have said that there's dozens of warrants out for my arrest. I've been framed, I don't give a shit at this point. His name is David Deuce Salamita. He was the one I mentioned that was burnt throughout his whole entire body, African-American dude and whatnot. Anyways, I said it the wrong way the last time. I should have been more specific. It came off the wrong way, which a lot of people got butthurt and offended. But anyways, I thought he was the guy I met in the subway tunnel doing an acting gig in 2019 who I thought was a real good friend, but he was nothing but a narcissist and a control freak, which these, agent provocateurs, these that they send your way, the flying monkeys, they're pretty much narcissists, or they do the bidding of narcissists, control freaks. He would pretend to be a friend. He would want rides everywhere. I would give it to him, whatnot. But we would get into these political arguments, even though he claimed to be on the right and a Trump supporter. But anyways, the point being is he would yell in my face. Sometimes he would yell at me, scream and get all somewhat verbally abusive and to a degree. And I would take it. I would withstand it for a while, And then he could dish it out, but he couldn't take it back. He'd be like, oh, you're nicer than that. You're a nice guy. I'm not. I'm an asshole. Well, here, I want to tell you something when it comes to those double standards with these narcissists, Who the fuck are you to mistake my kindness for weakness, motherfucker? Yeah, I'm nice, but until you fucking come yelling in my face and gaslighting me, he would gaslight me too. He would say certain things. I forgot specifically, and I would bring it back up to him and be like, oh, I never said that. That's what these motherfuckers do. Just like a bitch ass Bell at the restaurant I worked at, that incident I had that time with one of the cooks. Oh, by the way, that cook's name was Gio. Remember the story I told you about him? About, oh, well, Corey can't get along with people, blah, blah, blah. But he and Gio were going at it in the walk-in. I pointed that out to him, and he's like, oh, it didn't happen. That's what their whole gang stalking motives is to gaslight you, is to make you think you're crazy. Oh, I never said such and such, or I never did such and such. So I stopped dealing with that guy, David Deuce Salamita, because many times with the rental car that I had, I was driving from place to place, and I told you about how he would call me self-entitled when he wanted to ride somewhere, and I just wanted to be not be bothered one time. He wanted to ride to the restaurant, a fast food restaurant, one night, and I'm like, I'm being self-entitled, you motherfucker. You're the one begging for a ride to the restaurant, despite a fast food restaurant, despite offering me to buy me food. Like, self-entitled, motherfucker. You think you're self-entitled by thinking you have a right to demand that I take you somewhere. And the audacity of these people, that's what they are. They send these agent provocateurs to try to rule over you and shit. Like, they try to be your handlers and shit and gaslight the shit out of you and deny your reality. These people are psychopaths and sociopaths. That is human trafficking. That is a covert form of human trafficking. These people are sons of fucking bitches. These people are psychopaths. They're evil. And I'll mention their names. I don't give a fuck. Come at me. Come with your death threats. Send your little fucking goons after me. Your fucking Freemason goons that are here in Moscow, PA. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Pussy ass motherfuckers. Bitch ass Bell. Bitch ass David Deuce Salamita Deuce. The fuck kind of name? Yeah. I mean, I'm a Gemini, so he's good. Like he's Deuce. Like he's two personalities or some shit. Like, man, I'm not. I should be Deuce. Deuces. Yeah, deuces to your ass, motherfucker. Your motherfucker's going to be burning in hell. Excuse me, I get off on a tangent, but these narcissists, man, are flying monkeys, bro. They think they're the shit. They think they're above you. The audacity of these sons of bitches. I just had to come on here and talk about this. I know I went on a bit of a rant. You're like, baby, how could you put them on blast, Corey? Fuck these scumbags, these low-life scumbags. Excuse me again. I know YouTube is going to flag this for language content 18 and over, so Fluff tube, get used to it, you know. I'm human. But the audacity, even though he was nice enough to hook me up with a job or whatever, working for the Joe Collins for Congress campaign, it doesn't matter. Sometimes the bad outweighs the good. They'll use that as a controlling mechanism. That's what narcissists do, to control you. Look what I did for you. Look what I did for that. Like I talk about with the whole appreciation thing. Well, all these motherfuckers that are involved in the gang stalking and smear campaigns and lying on me and getting these charges put against me and all this stuff, you know, the bad outweighs the good. So, you know what? Fuck all that shit. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, I just figured I'd come out with that. I'm out. Peace.